Hey YouTube family, it's Humberto from GrayLaw TV. GN, I got some great news, not just good news, great news. So I've gone through the new administration's platform as it relates to immigration, and there's some fantastic changes that are coming for 2021. I'm going to dive into these changes, go through several, give you some links so you can go and you can read the immigration policy of the new administration, and we can expect some good changes where we're looking at inclusion as opposed to exclusion. So let's dive right into it. I got the platform from the new administration's website. I put a link in the description so you can go read it yourself. But it's interesting, it initially starts off by talking about our country. It's made of immigrants. Okay? The symbol of the Statue of Liberty talks about, give us your tired, your poor, your huddled masses breathing to be free. And his opening statement gives you a little idea of what the policy is going to be. It's a beautiful statement. It's the opening with regard to immigration. Go and read it. It's really, really inspiring, okay? We want you here. We want immigrants to the United States. You guys make it happen here. The new year is going to be great. I am so excited to see these changes take place. It's really cool because a lot of the restrictive policies that were put in place by the current administration, they're done by executive order. So that's really easy to overturn. You just get rid of the executive order. The president has the authority to do so. So a lot of the executive orders, substantial executive orders by the current administration are going to be overturned first day, January 20th when Biden's in office. Certainly as it relates to immigration, they could be overturned right away. Let's get into it. Let's talk specifically about what you can expect, okay? So currently there is a ban on family preference petitions. It's a ban, I call it a pause, but it's a ban that takes effect until the end of December. So that's the first one that I understand it's going to go. It's going to be overturned. These family preference cases, first preference, third preference, fourth preference, these are all brothers and sister family petitions, married sons and daughters. They are going to continue to be processed, and you'll be able to bring your family to the United States. Obviously, one policy that has always been a part of immigration law is family unity. Okay, so bringing these family members to the U.S. is very important. Currently, there's a ban, and that's going to be lifted, so you're going to be able to bring your family. That's going to be number one. Number two is a really interesting policy that I read, which could be done by executive order, and that is the 2A category is going to be treated like the immediate relative category, where a U.S. citizen can bring his spouse and children under 21, stepchildren, or usually it's stepchildren, can bring them to or parents, can bring the parents as well without any waiting. There's no waiting period, etc. I understand that it's going to be the same for the 2A category, which would be great. You can file adjustments in the U.S. So that is going to be a huge change, and it's going to allow immigration to move forward as we speak. Another bit of great news is that the non-immigrant visa ban will be lifted. Currently, certain non-immigrant visas can't come to the U.S. You have H's, L's, J's, some student visas. There's a current ban. It will be lifted. We'll continue to be able to bring these important individuals under these visa categories to the United States. Certainly the H-1 visas, there's a real need in the tech industry for H visas to come to the United States. In the health industry, H visas for nurses, very important that they can get to the United States during this time of COVID. So this is going to be lifted, great news, and we're hoping to see these non-immigrant visa categories come back to the U.S. Backlogs, really important. The backlogs are going to be lifted. It's one of the policy concerns of the new administration. They know there's a substantial backlog because of COVID. So what are we going to see? I think we're going to see more waiver of interviews. That's an easy way to get rid of the backlog. There's tons of cases that really don't need to be interviewed. So if these continue to be waived and more to be waived, that would be great. The time in which one is waiting to have the interview, that also should be sped up. It's going to be a little difficult because, USCIS and the district offices don't have the manpower, but let's see what happens. At least the policy is going to be changed where they're going to be able to move forward. One of the big changes that we're going to see is with regard to this zero tolerance family separation current policy. That's going to be changed right away. We're not going to see families being separated at the border. We're not going to see families separated here in the U.S. We'll go back to what it used to be. Family unity will be a very important part of the immigration policy. I read also in the platform, as it relates to immigration, that DACA will be fully extended. Also DAPA. DAPA is deferred action for parents who came to the U.S. as well. It's just like the DACA, deferred action for childhood arrivals. They get a work permit and they don't have to worry about deportation. Okay, they can't be deported from the U.S. Another bit of good news, reversal of the public charge rule. The current administration attempted by regulation to implement the public charge rule. It's been fought in court, but we don't have to worry about it anymore because now it's going to be overturned. There's also going to be a reversal of the Muslim ban. Again, executive order, easy, it can be overturned. We're also going to bring back what's called prosecutorial discretion. The immigration court has the authority to allow a case where there's no, criminal component to the case. The individual is under deportation proceedings, removal proceedings, and where you can show that the individual just needs time to get the green card, the judge and the trial attorney have discretion. They can administratively close the case. It's as if the case is sleeping until the green card process comes to fruition. They can then reopen the case and get the green card in court. Prosecutorial discretion will be back under the new administration. That is really good news for those of you who might find yourself in removal proceedings. Another bit of great news, the diversity lottery. It's going to be implemented again. It's in the policy, it's in the platform. They want to make sure that we continue to get diverse immigrants into the U.S. They'll make sure that this policy mandates that immigration and State Department continue to process these cases. Really bit of good news. I read in the platform that what are they going to do with illegal immigration? No one ever has touched this issue. And I think it's a manageable issue. Okay? So what's proposed is that we create a temporary non-immigrant visa category for those unskilled workers that really don't take away jobs from Americans. My idea has always been, give them a temporary visa to come here legally. Then they won't come illegally. It's obvious. Domestic workers, farm workers, construction workers, all of those jobs that really don't take away American jobs, okay? The idea is to protect the indigenous workforce, and that's what our immigration laws are, and this is what this will do, because now you won't have unlawful employment. You will have individuals with legal ability to work in the U.S. And hey, isn't that what it's all about anyway? Our poor are tired, our masses coming to the U.S. to make a better life for themselves and their family. That's what it's all about. I am so excited that we have a 2021 that's coming with great news, with good news. You can see I'm excited here, guys, and we appreciate you watching GrayLaw TV. Please subscribe because we're having so many questions, and Courtney and I, we try to get to every comment, but we can't, so we're going to have to start giving preference to our subscribers, okay? So subscribe, like and subscribe. I want to hear from you. Tell us what content you would like to hear, and we'd be more than happy to get that to you. Hey, thanks for watching GrayLaw TV.